Now tuned into the greatest.
The Run with Manny Wilson podcast.
The Run, the Manny Wilson podcast.
The best sports podcast there is.
Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Run with me, Manny Wilson, the best sports podcast there is, all the way from Detroit to Chicago to your speakers and headphones. Look, man, I hope you had a great 4th of July weekend because we got some topics for you today, man. We got some baseball. We got a little bit of more drama in the NBA, and I'm actually fed up with this drama. So this might be the last y'all hear about all of this drama. And also, man, we got some news with the NCAA coming up, too, because this is crazy. Some things you would have never thought happened in the NCAA is happening. So I can't wait to touch on those things and let you know. But look, man, again, I hope you had a great 4th of July weekend. Hope your day is off to a good start. And I hope it gets better if it's not off to a good start. Just remember, man, you got to hang on and see it through. It'll get better in due time, and it won't last forever. Unlike this damn Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving situation going on in Brooklyn. Because I'm sick of it. I'm truly sick of it, man. And I just don't get it. I'm done with all the false reports, the fake news, the fake allegations, the unintelligent trade options. I'm done with it. I'm really so sick of it. The fake news, if I haven't said it already, but definitely the fake news. I'm gonna put emphasis on that part because it's really ridiculous. So long story short, man, Brooklyn, they don't have this option to, see it through or, just throw these guys, these gems away to a team that won't give anything in return. Because first things first, man, look, you got to understand now. With the Nets going on, man, when they have a Kyrie Irving and a Kevin Durant, two of the top 5 scorers in the game right now, why would they simply just give these guys away for some trash or chump change? Think about it. Now, there's been too many reports, so I don't even want to talk about what I've read in the latest of the news from Shams, Woj, Bleacher Report, etc. Like, I don't even want to talk about all of this because there's been so many different things that have been said and then changed and been false, all of that. So you might just have to do that investigation on your own in terms of all of these reports. But the latest of the report was that Kevin Durant has went dark in terms of not talking to anybody, no reporters, no other players who've been trying to call him, and that Kyrie Irving is still trying to force his way over to LA. So with that being said, with him forcing his way over to LA, it seems like these guys aren't going to play together wherever they go. And that seems more realistic because think about it. Who the hell has the star power to get the whole team away just to get Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving? Like, think about that, man. And if you're the Nets, you're not settling for anything less because you worked your way up. This changed the entire franchise. This literally took you from ground zero to championship competitors. It increased your fans' attendance. It increased the viewership by 49% to the last full season before COVID. Like, it increased everything, the merchandise sales, the stardom, the ticket prices. Like, this changed everything for them. So why would they just be like, all right, we'll give KD up and Kyrie up for some trash? No team is doing that. No team is giving away gems for some garbage. Unless you're the New York Knicks. That's the only team I know that can do stuff like that because I just don't get it with them. But you got to understand, there's a two-way streak when you talk about trading these elite guys and getting something in return. The Nets are not going to do that. And then for the Nets, people keep saying, oh, well, they just need to accept this trade or make this trade happen when they're not getting anything in return. But why would they do that when they have the leverage? When the Nets have the leverage, it's no reason for them to be like, okay, we'll settle for less. Because they can truthfully pull a Kawhi. They can pull a San Antonio Spurs and make these guys, KD and Kyrie, pull a Kawhi Leonard. Sit that contract out. Either you're going to play or you're not going to play, but I'm not trading you. That's what Kawhi did before he left the San Antonio Spurs, and look what happened. It took an extended period of time for the San Antonio Spurs to wait on the deal and get Kawhi Leonard gone. But I will say they did not get much in return when they did let him go. And for the Nets, they got 3 or 4 more years for KD to finish out his contract. So, they really have the leverage. They got all of the leverage here in terms of making these trades. But look, man, let's tap in with the callers. Let's see what they're talking about. Let's see what they have to say about it. And the question here is, should players be able to force their way out of a contract despite the year that they're in within the contract? So you can always give us a call at 219-413-9405. And again, one more time, that question is, should players be able to force their way to another team despite the contract year? So let's go ahead here, the first caller, and let's hear what they got to say. Let's do it.
What's going on, my baby? This is Jamal calling from Michigan, baby. But
What's
I do
the deal?
have a question for you. Now, I'm going to pick your brain. I got a couple questions for you regarding the sports, and I know you big into it, so I do want to say congratulations before I get into my question.
Appreciate you.
My
Much
first
love.
question, where you feel like KD is going to go? I know you've seen KD say he wants to go to Chicago. How you feel about that?
I didn't see that.
Question number 2, where you feel like Kyrie going to go? He just bought a $43.1 million mansion in Los Angeles. Is he going to LA?
See,
And which LA team he's going to? That's my second question. And my third question, how you feel about Gervonta Davis being in the weight class he in when it comes to boxing? Do you feel like Ryan Garcia got a good chance with him? I know you've seen Canelo put Ryan in his place when he told Ryan he is scared to fight Tank because Canelo is going to give GGG for a couple middleweight belts. So get back at me, baby. Keep up the good work. I'm right here ready for that podcast to drop, baby. Have a good one.
Definitely. Much love, man. Greatly appreciate it. Look, first off, to answer the first call, you hit me with 3 questions, so I'm going to try my best to, answer them as I remember. But look, man, the Kevin Durant, I did not hear that. This is what I mean when I say it's just too many reports out there, too many things that's being said, and it's not accurate. It's just so many things going out at one time, and we don't even know if any of it's accurate. It's all allegedly. So him going to the Bulls, I did not hear about that. But I don't think he's going to the Bulls either way. Last time I remember, and last thing that I checked, KD was saying his options was between the Phoenix Suns and the Miami Heat. So I still think he's possibly going to Phoenix. I'm gonna stick to that from what I've seen, and I think it was from Bleacher Report or Woj, one of them. But I'm gonna stick to the Phoenix Suns. I think he's going there. I don't know who the hell they can give up, but all of those role guys are definitely the role players are gone. If KD goes to the Phoenix Suns, you can count them gone. They're gonna have everybody but Devin Booker and Chris Paul on the Brooklyn Nets, if anything. But to move on to your other question, it was the Kyrie Irving and him buying a house. I didn't see that report. Actually, I did see that report, but I didn't believe it because it wasn't from an official source of mine or like that I can count on or would give information from. I try not to take too much things from these hoop pages and the basketball pages because some of them be lying, man. I done seen so much cap on them sometimes. So, I don't always go with it. But him buying a house, allegedly, possibly, I don't know. I think either way he is still going to go to LA. The latest of his report is that he's been trying to force his way to LA. That has been very consistent since I seen that first report. So I think he's going to go to LA, and I think it might be for a straight upright deal, a Russell Westbrook for a Kyrie Irving trade, maybe some draft picks, maybe a couple of role players go to Brooklyn as well. And then the Ryan Garcia, yeah, man, I think Ryan Garcia is overrated. I ain't gonna lie. Gervonta Davis is definitely top in his class. If he was to fight Ryan Garcia, he would 100% win. And I say that 100% very, very confidently. I think Ryan Garcia is overrated, man. He hasn't really fought anybody. I can't put you up there with the best if, the fights that you're taking are not top dogs. Like, that's a different story if he was fighting these top guys in that weight class, but that's not the case, man. That's not the case. So I think Gervonta Davis easily takes that win without a doubt. But anyway, man, let's see who else is next. Let's see what else is on the call. Let's see what they're talking about.
How y'all doing, everybody? Manny, what's good? It's JC State turn.
What's the
I
deal?
believe the prompt is, should players be able to force their way to other teams despite their contract?
Yes, sir.
And to be honest, bro, these are people at the end of the day. Yes, these are superstars, some just stars, athletes, yes. But these are still people. These are still humans. They still got their lives to live outside of basketball with their children and their family, wherever the case may be.
That's facts.
So, yes, I do think so.
That raises a very interesting perspective there. I like that one from what you said. I really do, because that's a great perspective. A lot of times with viewers and even analysis and people, just fans of the game, they forget that part. They forget that these are actually people with feelings and family and cousins, brothers, parents, uncles. They forget that sometimes. And so I always try and look at it as, they got to do what's best for them. So I do agree with you. I personally, especially with that perspective, because they just got to do what's best for them. They got to do what's best for them at the end of the day, whether that's staying or leaving or getting the money. So, and I say that to say, just as an example, I hate that Bradley Beal is staying in Washington because he's never going to win, and I want him to win. But I mean, hey, secure that bag, bro. So you got secure the bag, man. Take care of your family. Take care of your friends. If that's where he wants to be, that's where he wants to be. So I really do like that. That was a great take right there. Great one. All right, we got another. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what he's talking about.
Yo, this is Vinny. I wanted to say something quick. Like, Kevin Durant, he shouldn't even request a trade. I think he got the perfect team. Kyrie to opt in. You still got Ben Simmons. They didn't sign Royce O'Neal. You got T.J. Warren. So it looked like they're not looking to trade him at all. So honestly, he should just stay put and not even look for a trade and just give it one more shot. Then if it don't work this year, then you go about your business. But you just signed a fresh new deal.
Yes.
Like, come on, you can't just. The Nets did everything wrong, and just the up. That's crazy.
Yes, Vinny. Yes, Vinny. That's what I'm talking about, man. That is what I'm talking about. I 100% agree with you. This is what I'm talking about, man. That's a great take. That's a great take right there. The Nets done brought all of these people over for them, and they even if you look before this season, the Nets brought Ben Simmons there. They got rid of Harden because he didn't want to play, so they got rid of the cancer on the team, whether he was the true cancer or not. But the Nets have been setting this team up for success since they got there, but yet they still want to leave when there is no legitimate reason for them to. Now, it's different because it's different. It's just different if the Nets were a bad organization. They haven't been making no moves or anything, haven't been putting pieces in the correct place, but they haven't been. That's not the case at all. They picked up pieces, and you couldn't have said it better, man. You couldn't have said it better. They really do just need to stick it out, because I would love for them to just stay in Brooklyn and ball out and do their thing. But it's just, if they want to leave, just like JC was saying, if they want to leave, it's not much you can do about that. They're going to force their way out if they really want to leave. So, that's what makes it tough. That's really what makes it tough. But that was a great take from all of y'all. And we got one more. We got one more coming in as well. So let's see what they talking about.
I'll be started, baby. This is me calling back again. I know you see Baker Mayfield over there with the Panthers. How you feel about that?
Oh, yeah.
How you feel about that?
Yeah, you right.
How you feel about Baker? How you think he going to do? Who's running it? I know you see Jarvis Landry and Honey Badger and in New Orleans. We're in New Orleans with it, baby. How you feel about that? Let me know something, baby.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey. All right. Let me tell you how I feel then. I guess let me tell you how I feel. So with the Baker Mayfield situation, that's kind of tough, man. It's really tough because I don't think the Browns should have did it. Obviously he wanted to go and you got Deshaun Watson there, but it's for that same exact reason why I think they should have held on to Baker Mayfield, because if it was me, damn it, I'll be on the field right now getting Baker Mayfield, learning this offense, making sure he's going to perform next season, because you can't count on Deshaun Watson right now to come back and play a full season of football. Like, I'm just saying, man, the last report from Deshaun Watson and his sexual assault allegations were that he may be banned for the season, like for the season. So that's tremendous. That's huge. And this is a guy who was already not really playing because of the same allegations last year. So you don't know what type of ball player you getting from him. And is he even putting in the time to learn the offense and all of these other things? So, it makes it tough. But Baker Mayfield now being on the Panthers, I am happy for him. I'm very happy for him that he's with the Panthers now. And I think his success highly depends on Christian McCaffrey's health. That, and also this is his time to prove that, hey, I can still play. This is his time to prove that he's not a scrub and that, he actually still has some game to him. So it's gonna be great to see. I can't wait, for this NFL season, man. This is about to be sweet. And the Saints, as you brought up, that's about to be a dope conversation as well. Jarvis Landry, Honey Badger, Jameis Winston coming back. Is he gonna perform? Still got Alvin Kamara. This is about to be a dope football season. I can't wait. But anyway, man, we're going to take a quick break. We got some more stuff coming up. We got the news coming up. We just did the callers, but we got news coming up with the NCAA. We got more MLB coming up as well. So we'll be right back. A little bit more basketball news as well, but we'll take a quick break. Hang tight. Stick with me. We'll be right back in just a second. Now, just because you're busy doesn't mean you got to be stressed. I'm crazy busy right there with you, but it can be easier. Next time you're on a run, just make it more fun and listen to The Run with Manny Wilson.
Now tuned into the greatest.
The Run, the Manny Wilson podcast.
The best sports podcast there is.
Yes, sir. The best sports podcast there is, all the way from Detroit to Chicago to your speakers and headphones. Hey, man, we got some news for The Run for today on July 7th, 2022. So to kick it off with the NCAA, there's been multiple reports to say the NCAA's Pac-12 and ACC are in discussions of merging together. So that's going to be interesting to see. But talking about merging, UCLA and USC have officially agreed to merge into the Big Ten Conference, which will take place in 2024. That's when the change will officially take place. And as for the NBA, man, Bradley Beal, he recently signed that deal with the Washington Wizards, and he became the 10th player to have a no-trade clause, joining elite company with LeBron, KG, Melo, D-Wade, David Robinson, John Stockton, and Timmy D. Those are just some other names that's been on a no-trade clause. So that tells us everything we need to know about Bradley Beal. He is going to be there for some time. But anyway, man, I mentioned that we were going into the MLB, the Major League Baseball, and nobody likes change with the baseball, but the commissioner here, he's been doing a lot of changes, and people have been hating on him. People have been clowning him. They've been going for his neck for Rob Manfred. So, the whole thing here, I don't have beef with Rob Manfred. He's trying to just make the game better, do his actual job as a commissioner. Now, if he's doing a bad job, that's one thing, but it's questionable. I'll let you decide on the bad job, good job type of thing. He's made some changes though. There's been some things that's going on. He tried changing the baseball. Some of the guys were complaining, the throwing the baseball is different because, it's different types of grip on a baseball. And then, hitting the ball is going to increase home runs. It's going to decrease home runs. Certain things like that. And then the way he handled the lockout situation was bad. Putting the blame on the players, and they weren't ready to agree to a deal. And then also the most important one is trying to speed the game up. That was something that he put a lot of emphasis on, and it really didn't do nothing at all because he tried to speed the game up, and yet the game got even slower. But I don't even care about any of that. Truthfully, I truthfully don't even care about none of that, man, because my thing here, my only beef is that why the hell hasn't he capitalized off this 4th of July summer hot weather Major League Baseball type of competition? That's my thing. And what I mean by that, to go further in depth, is, okay, hear me out. The NBA, they have Christmas. The NFL, they have Thanksgiving. The NHL even got New Year's, and you can get that to the NBA as well. But they got all of these things, and the MLB has absolutely nothing. Not a single thing. So my thing is, literally no other major sports team has anything going on in the summer, especially around July. So why wouldn't they capitalize on this 4th of July thing? You know, that's my thing. You know, turn it into a huge event. Like, you know, market the hell out of this thing from what I would say. And you know, on 4th of July weekend, again, you know, I hope everybody had a good 4th of July weekend. But I say this because 28 out of the 30 teams in the MLB played on the 4th of July. You know, it was a hell of a lot of baseball going on, whether you were watching it, whether you were not watching it. Either way, there was a ton of baseball going on in the major league. So, you know, my thing is, all of these teams are already playing. There were only a couple teams that sat out, two teams that actually sat out on this 4th of July on the day of. But the next day, the 5th, all the teams played. Every single one of the teams that's a Major League Baseball team plays. So I'm just confused because, okay, if they played in the summer, you know, and you're the only team, just why not? Why not take advantage of you being the only team there and capitalize on that? Because you tried to speed the game up. It did not work. The games got even longer, as a matter of fact. You know, the 2015 average for the MLB was about 2 hours and 56 minutes. And now the last season average was 3 hours and 10 minutes. So you're not getting any better. In terms of, you know, the length of the game. That didn't work. You look at the way he's handled the baseballs. People are still complaining about the baseballs. That's really not making anything difference. They don't like throwing with this ball because you keep making them change the different grip, and then the oils and stuff they put on the baseball. I think it's like sunscreen or something like that, or it's some type of oil. It's something they be putting on the baseball. I can't remember exactly what it is, but you know, basically to help the pitchers throw the ball, you know, with more accuracy, and, you know, get them a better grip on the ball after throwing it for so long. You're trying to take that away. That didn't really do anything, but you're trying to get all of these people to like the game more. But yet, you know, nothing is really going on, and the ratings and stuff is doing fine. You know, congratulations to that. But who's to say that's not because the ballpark is letting people in with no restrictions, or hello, we just got out of COVID. Some say COVID is still here, but we just got done with all of the COVID restrictions. You don't need a vaccine to get in the stadium or anything like that. Or maybe people are just actually fans of the game of baseball. That could be another reason right there. So, you know, I don't get the beef. I don't really have beef with Rob Manfred. You know, he's just trying to do his job. Now, whether he's doing a good job or bad job, that's your opinion. Just like I have mine. But, you know, ultimately, you know, I don't think there's any distinct way to speed up the game of baseball. That's like trying to say, okay, well, this NBA game or NFL game is played fast. Let's slow it down a little bit so people can understand. No. That's not, no, people don't, man, that's not the case. But, you know, man, hey, if you've been hanging with me, if you still listening, I greatly appreciate you for hanging in there with me, man. Hey, be sure to go ahead, give us a call on a voicemail if you haven't done so already, much like the callers today. You can always call us at 219-413-9405. And also be sure to follow us on Instagram for the prompts there. At I am Manny Wilson, or you can follow the actual podcast page at The Run Podcast. But hey, man, we will be back. We're going to be back with some special guests. We got much more coming on to The Run, so you got to stay tuned. Be sure to share this with the brother, with the cousin, the auntie, the uncles, your friend, your nephew, your niece, all of that, man. But hey, we will be back on The Run, man. I greatly appreciate you hanging with me. We got much more things coming up, so stay tuned. And we'll be back on Monday. So stay tuned. Monday it is, and so on, and so on, and so on.